Hello there, my name is William Alfred Zangnara. I am from Xaverius Junior High School, and today I will tell you the story of Lake Toba. Enjoy! Once upon a time, there was a man named Toba. He lived alone until one day he decides to go fishing. He's going fishing. He's humming with the birds along the way. But there is a problem. When you disturb nor anger him, he will fall into a big, huge rage, and he will curse and scream loud words. But he has arrived. He sat down and fished. He waited. Hours and hours passed, but still no fish. When he's at the tipping point of anger, when his patience was as dry as the desert, he caught something. It was a big gold fish. He was very proud. He took it and he boastfully announced, "Ha ha ha! I, Toba, has got a big fish. Now I will have a feast." Then he went home. Ha 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 ha. When he arrived at his house, he placed down his equipment and he placed the fish in the basket. Then he decides to take a bath. Then he emerges. But there was no fish, but there was a beautiful young lady. Then Toba, in shock, asked, Who are you? And where is my fish?" Then she answers, "I am the golden fish, with such beauty and bewitching." Her voice was like waves crashing against the beach. Toba was in awe and shock. What? Toba couldn't move nor speak. But this next line shocked him more. Then she fell on the floor and begged, "Please, please, please don't eat me. Please." Toba was in shock. A girl was begging in her knees for him. Then he decides, with pity in his heart, to forgive her. "I, Toba, will forgive you. But can you help me around the house?" She rose up, and with the exact same amount of elegance and beauty, she announced, "I, Putri, will now help you around the house as a sign of my gratitude. Thank you very much." From that day on, they lived happily together. Years passed, and then they fell deeply in love. Then they got married. Before the marriage begins, Putri, asked Toba to never tell anyone about her origin. "I, Putri, will only marry you if you never tell anyone about my origin. Please, Toba." "I, Toba, promise to never tell anyone about your origin." Toba promised it with endear and vigor. Then they got married. Years and years passed. Then they have a baby boy. His name was Samosia. He was a handsome young man, charming and attractive. But he was very lazy. He's stubborn, lazy, and mischievous. But one day, when Toba was working hard on the fields, Samosir's mother asked him to deliver food to his father. Samosir, can you please deliver this food to your father? He must be hungry. Samosir, in his lay-back position, answered, "No, Mom, I don't wanna." But Putri managed to convince Samosir to do so. "Samosir, he's your father. Please, just help him. This once, please, Samosir." Then Samosir, with a grumpy look on his face, agreed. "Fine, Mom. Fine. Ah!" And he goes. When he's walking towards the fields, he felt deeply hungry. And little by little, he decides to sit down and eat. He ate his father's food until very little was left. Then he goes. "Oh, hey, Samosir!" Toba spotted Samosir and greeted his son, expecting food. Samosir's body is filled with anxiety and fear. He is mumbling and his body was shivering. He presented the food to his father. He was, Dad, here's your food. Toba took the food. "Huh? There is none? Huh? You act like an animal because you are a son of a fish, like your mother. Just go away!" Samosir cried, filled with despair and terror, ran. He ran to his mother. When he arrived, he fell to the floor. My son of... His mother was in awe and shocked, heart full of despair and ripped and torn apart because Toba had just broken a promise very dear to their heart. Samosir, climb the highest mountains and the trees and run, Samosir. Run! Samosir then ran. Putri, Samosir's mother, in sadness and despair, decides to commit suicide by jumping to a lake. Hours pass. Then rain begins to fall. Thunder and lightning submerging the area with water and fear. Waves engulfing villages, sweeping down houses, trees, and livestock alike. It destroyed everything in its path, Toba was not safe. He too fell in this great chaos and disaster. Samosu, even though he was at the highest tops of the mountains and the trees, was not safe. In the place where he fell, there was a little island. The island we now called Samosu Island. And the lake across the area is called Lake Toba. Let's sit down for a minute. We can learn from this lesson that we cannot tell lies. We cannot break a promise, especially to someone dear to our heart, like family or friends. Breaking a promise could tore and tear apart families and friendships. So, we can learn from the mistakes of the people in the past and not repeat what they did. If you enjoyed the story, thank you very much. Bye-bye.